Come on, just spit it out. There's no filter here on this podcast. Spit
Okay,
it out.
the person is more attractive if the person know how to cook lah.
See?
Yeah,
Print that on a t-shirt.
100%.
Hey, what's going on? It's Sonia here with you. Welcome back to yet another episode of Men Explain. Today we have a super apt guest for our topic, and I can't wait to reveal what the topic is. But first, please welcome Mandon.
Hello. Hi guys, I'm Mandon. I am a host. I cook, I talent, I do things that I might not want to do on TSL. And it
Wow.
Like
what?
like eating ridiculous food for 72 hours.
Oh my gosh. I know you have tons of great content, by the way, and I'm sure at the same time you've eaten your fair share of interesting things that you may not want to repeat again.
Never
again.
You think about it, I have a friend, right, who made blue pea everything and
Okay.
then forced me to try it. Imagine you dye your fried chicken blue.
Okay, that's a
then
bit weird. Yeah.
It's strange, eh?
But it
There's
doesn't
nothing
give
blue in the kitchen.
that doesn't give any particular flavor, right? It's
It
just
doesn't. It's
mostly the
just
color.
whack, It's just
Okay.
whack.
Okay, so we've established that he has a very interesting career choice. You don't regret anything, right?
I don't, not
Okay,
at all.
good. Your bosses might be
I
watching.
love my
right now,
job.
Okay, Amanda, I mean, obviously, you have a love for food, and, we can see that as well. In our short conversation earlier, you said that you actually cook almost every day. Is
Yeah,
that true?
I try to cook almost every other day for my family.
Wow,
So I would try to
okay.
cook. I would do like a fish, a
Okay.
meat, and then a veg plus some rice.
Dude,
That's all.
that's advanced.
That
That's
is
really
that is basic.
That's basic. Okay, clearly we have a lot to talk through during this show today, and during this episode, we're also going to address the fact about, this whole stereotype about being able to cook, being more marriageable, being more, eligible as well as a partner and all that. I think times are changing, right? Things are changing, but the main question of today is, would you marry someone who doesn't really know how to cook? Is that a very important factor? I mean, just to kick things off, would you say that that is one of the things you look for in a partner?
I think like the appreciation for food is something that I look out for more.
Okay.
And then like understanding the process behind it, right, makes
Yes.
it a lot more complex. Makes it a lot more.
Come on, just spit it out. There's no filter here on this podcast. Spit it
Okay, the person is more attractive if the person know how to cook lah.
See?
Yeah,
Print that on a t-shirt.
100%. Just because, right, I think that is both my hobby
out. Okay.
and it is some part of my career also. So if the person is able to marry both together, right, in that one skill,
Wow.
I think that is perfect.
Do you think that you sometimes sort of expect this of your partner because you're so passionate about food and you love to cook and stuff like that?
I think like the one thing that I would expect more, right,
Yeah.
is when we are out eating something nice, right?
Yes.
The person wouldn't be just sitting there like taking a sip, right, and then saying, okay, this one not bad. Then I'm like, wait, what do you like about it? What do you like about it?
Right,
It's like
right.
eating laksa, right?
Okay.
And then we bring them. I bring like people to like the best laksa I know, right? Which is like at
Where
Jalan
is-
Besar, by the way.
Oh, I've not
Yeah.
actually tried it. Okay.
It's so good, so
It's
good.
so good,
It's
okay.
so good. So I have friends who like go there and then they like take a sip and then they're like, oh, okay lor, tastes like the Penang laksa that you see, the black color
no.
instant noodle. that
Okay,
kind. Then I'm like,
okay. Like, there's so much more to
yo,
that,
dude,
I can't even explain.
appreciate. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you bring someone to a sushi restaurant and they
Yes.
say, okay lor.
Yeah.
And then you bring it to one in Japan, they're like, oh yeah, okay lor, like Singapore like that.
Oh my gosh.
Then they say like Singapore like that, like,
Basically, people who don't have much opinions when it comes to like
yeah,
food
it's
and
like
stuff.
nice or not nice, I'll be like, no, there are layers, there are complexities.
Of course,
understand that.
I get that. I can honestly see it like radiating from him right now. Like, you would be so upset if you brought somebody to your favorite restaurant and that person didn't quite appreciate it the same way as you.
Yeah.
So here's the question, because it's really interesting, because you're a guy that loves to cook and appreciates food as well. And at the same time, there's always been this societal pressure for us girls and women to be a little bit more skillful in the kitchen, right? I mean, I know that it sounds a bit sexist to say that, but there are all these stereotypes you see
Yeah.
in the movies, in shows, I don't know, for like ages now, for years and years and years, that the woman of the house is always expected to like whip up a full, like, I don't know, 8-course meal, like at the end of the day, that kind of stuff, right? What are your thoughts on this? Like, have you ever experienced that in real life, witnessed that, seen that? I don't know.
Do you feel that way though? Like, do you feel that you have to do that?
Actually, luckily for me, no. In fact, prior to the pandemic and to the lockdown and all that, and the circuit breaker and all that, right? If I could use my kitchen to store my clothes and my shoes, I
No
would.
way.
Yes, I'm serious. But I think, over the course of the circuit breaker, you realize you can't dine out, right? I know a lot of people became like self-proclaimed chefs at home.
Right.
I was one of them. I experimented. I cooked the stuff that I like to eat while I'm out. It was only through that I learned how to cook a bit more. Admittedly, I just follow online recipes, that's
Right.
it. But
You're still
now,
cooking?
not exactly. So now that things have gotten a little bit busier, right, I'm sad to admit that I have kind of abandoned the kitchen a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm back to reconsidering it as a storage area.
But you've never felt that expectation to, I must be able to cook somewhere somehow.
No, not really. I don't know. I mean, thanks mom and dad for not having the expectation on me. But I also never really had a boyfriend that would expect me to cook for him though.
Yeah,
I never
that's
had-
great. That's great. I mean, as much as it is an expectation from society, right?
Yeah.
That girls should cook.
Yeah.
I think it's important that the partner doesn't impose that kind of expectation also.
Yes.
It's like, when I'm sick, I don't expect someone to cook for me.
Yes.
Like, I will go to the market, I will like make something for myself.
Right.
I think it's a bit unfair to like, just put it on your partner or a marriageable material, that sort of thing.
like a big factor.
Yeah,
for,
like a big
for-
factor. Like, if I'm sick, you must cook for me.
Right,
It's so
right.
entitled.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't understand that.
So basically,
Perception.
you're like the perfect guy lah for anyone who's tuning in right now and who would like someone who has not much expectations in cooking. He's it. Okay.
Also because, right,
Yeah. Spill some tea. What?
When my mom was talking to me someday somehow, like,
Oh, okay.
I think like last year or something like that.
Yeah.
Say, next time, right, if you got a girlfriend, right, or you get a family of your own, the girl quite good life one. Don't need cook, don't need do chores.
That's true.
Because all these things, right, my mom has trained me from young to do it. I started cooking at like secondary school.
Oh, that's how
Yeah.
you started.
Yeah, I started young because of my grandma, because of my mother.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's this quote, right, by Marco Pierre White. It says like, behind every cook is a childhood growing up with a mom that cooks or a dad that cooks.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. What was the first dish that you learned how to cook? Do you remember?
Fried rice.
Okay, yeah,
Fried
yeah.
rice.
Classic.
Leftover rice, right?
Yeah,
Then just fry it.
yeah. And what then sparked off your interest to continue? You obviously carried on, and it became a career for you. Is your mom proud, or is your grandma proud?
My mom's more confused at like how I ended up here.
Oh.
Like, why suddenly you are cooking in front of the camera?
And you
that
made
sort
a
of thing.
career for
Yeah,
yourself
I know.
out
Like,
of
yeah,
it. That's
I mean,
pretty
that's what I
cool.
do now. So
Yeah.
I always say, right, it's a
Yeah.
huge Thanksgiving. It's a huge privilege, right, to be able to
Yes.
like cook without anyone's expectations.
Yes.
Just for work.
Yes.
So I spend like 8 hours in the kitchen for work, right? I'm okay with it.
Wow.
And like
Every day.
every other day, like,
Every
when,
other
when
day.
we have shoots. Lah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And that's a good thing because, like chefs, right? Or
Yeah.
hawkers outside, right? They
Yes.
cook, then people be like, why your food not nice one? And then they'll go and bash you, right? But I
Right.
cook for my colleagues, right? They cannot say not nice, right? If
They're
they say not
forced-
nice, you won't be in the next.
Would you then agree with this statement?
Mm.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Do you agree with that?
I think.
Or the way to anyone's heart really
Okay,
is through their
so a lot of my friends are getting married, right? This age.
Oh,
So
okay.
one of I just asked this question to them just the other day. Like,
Yes.
hey, what can your wife cook? Because they're gonna move in together, right?
Wow.
And then,
You asked that question,
I
ah?
asked like, hey,
Oh, I see,
No,
okay.
because during housewarming, right? Do you want me to like tapao? Do you want me to cook? Do you want me to like potluck or anything, right? Or is like your wife gonna cook something
Mm-hmm.
like for the family or are you guys gonna cook something, not just your wife? He just replied me one text. He just
Which
said,
is?
Maggie. And then I was
No
like,
way, really? Maggie goreng? I love Maggie
it's
goreng.
just Maggie.
Okay,
so I'm
I
like,
see.
Means instant noodles lah, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to that question, right?
Yeah.
Not all guys would require that. but
Yes.
I think it's always a good to have to know that you don't have to take out porridge when you're sick.
Okay.
You don't have to fast over like, can I like eat all these simple food, but I got to spend like $4 or $5 on it.
Yes.
And I had to take the effort to like spend extra for Grab. I just take the effort to like go down and buy. But I can do it at home.
But if I go down, if I take transportation to go to the supermarket, then I buy the ingredients, then I take transportation to go back, do you think it will all add up to be like kind of the same?
It's the process. It's always
Okay.
we always say, right, it's the journey and the people that you go on the journey with rather
Yes,
than
the
ending.
destination, is
Yeah,
it? Oh my-
right.
Did you Google like cheesy quotes before you came
No, I
onto
did
this
not.
podcast?
No.
'Cause-
Usually it comes to right.
Does it? Okay. So for you would cook with your partner in the kitchen like as an activity as a couple?
If the partner is capable enough.
Wow, this
If
one
not,
very
if
tough.
not, come here
very-
find trouble only.
Actually, that's true. I
right.
chase everyone out of the kitchen
Yeah.
when I have
Yeah.
to cook.
So-
I'm like, don't touch this.
So right, recently I watched this anime, right?
Yes.
So this is like my anime nerd part coming
Yes.
out. It's called Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Okay.
And then there's like this thing that the guy do that's like his special power. So
Oh, he
he
has special
gets to
power.
create a domain for himself. So it's basically
Okay.
called like domain expansion, and then everything in there reflects him.
Okay.
That's like me and my kitchen.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So nobody can come and like chop your business.
Yeah, like, hey,
during that
don't
time.
come in, lah, I'm doing my own thing. And then you come, you want to take water, I take for it. You just go outside.
Cannot even come in and take drinks.
I take for it. You stand there, I serve you. Never mind.
my
I'm cooking
God.
already. It's okay.
If you were to meet someone and she doesn't even know how to cook an egg or instant noodles or whatever, would that be a huge problem for you?
It would.
It would be. Would it speak to this person's character, you think?
I think it's okay. So there are a couple of ways to look at it, right?
Yeah.
The first way that I see is like the inherent fear of the kitchen, lah.
Okay.
Right. Some of my friends have that. They're like, the kitchen, I got fire. I
Yeah,
don't burn
yeah.
myself.
Okay.
And then when they look at my oil burns, right, when I deep fry things, they'll be like, Then I'm like, but if you want to cook, you gotta learn to deal with it. And then they're like, I don't want the oil to splash on my skin. I don't. So you know when you fry an egg,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Especially.
yes. Yeah.
And then the oil just.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
Then you see like people taking the pot lid that's like
Right,
a
shield.
shield, and then like
Yeah.
over there. Then when they go too near, the eggs already burnt. That sort of
I
thing.
see.
Second one is that I just don't want to learn. No.
Right,
Like,
right.
I can just tap out. People can do it for me. I think that's a very entitled kind of mentality.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. So you think that maybe this person just doesn't want to learn how to make simple things. That is sort of very telling of this person's character.
It is okay, but
Yeah.
then again, there's also the convenience aspect that you were saying
Yeah.
about just now, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
whether the whole effort of going down to the supermarket, shopping,
Yes.
making a grocery list, coming back, preparing,
Yeah.
cooking, washing up.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it?
Different ways to see it. There are different
Yeah.
ways to see it. When it comes to the 5 love languages, cooking would fall under like
Acts of
acts of
service.
service.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to
acts of
say that.
service.
So I guess that would be, all part of it as well. It could all play a part too.
Yeah. If you're able to cook, right? So
Yeah.
I think it goes more than a life skill now.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
really how much. It's just a way to show appreciation.
Yeah.
To show love to your partner who feels love the same way that.
Yes.
In that lah.
Yeah.
So there are times where I cook for my friends, and then they're like, oh okay, thanks. Like, just
They
like
don't
that.
appreciate enough.
They,
is
like
it?
they don't have to like, oh your food's so good, oh I love it. They just have to be slightly a bit more appreciative to me than
hope
to
your
a
friends-
hawker.
I hope your friends are watching right now.
Yeah.
by the way.
So it's very different, right? Like you go to a Cai Fan store, right?
Yeah.
Then you say, oh thank you auntie.
Yeah.
The same way they said it to me.
Aiyo,
Like,
so you're
eh,
the Cai Fan auntie.
yeah, then I become the Cai Fan auntie, but I cook for you, and I'm your friend. Then you're like, oh thank you. Then I'm like,
Maybe it'll help if you call them striker or menu.
then I'll become more Cai Fan auntie. Then they're like, oh 3块半.
At least you get paid.
I get
Woo. I'm just curious. If there's one thing that you tapao or order in, what would it be? Because mine is very straightforward. I order Subway and I order something that I think people won't really usually order.
Right.
It's the veggie sub.
wait.
It's just a sub with all veggies inside.
With
When
the
I
veggie
want
patty?
something, sometimes not even veggie patty, just vegetables. Because I just want something lighter, healthier, the sweet onion sauce, stuff like that. Just nice and light lah.
You know they have the salad, right?
Yeah, but then I want the bread, then how?
Oh, and the bread
Then
also.
they put the salad in the bread lah. Woo, done.
Correct.
It's not bad. Yeah. How about you? What do you usually order?
If I tapao in, right?
Yeah.
I would probably get things that I can never do it in the kitchen. Things like that.
Okay.
Things like
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 or any other
sushi,
specific. Okay.
like specific cuisines, like Vietnamese cuisine. So things like that I would probably tapao lah. Things that I can never do it at home. I think the thing about cooking is that I was saying adjusting flavors to your liking. It's quite sweet. You imagine somebody knows your exact bubble tea order, and in the same way knows your exact kind of cooking styles, the kind of ingredients that you will like, what you're allergic to, what you cannot eat. So I have this friend recently. I think it's just 2 days ago. I was like, bro, can you help me order anything that you eat? Because at the kopitiam, right, and I'm very lazy to walk.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
bro, you just help me order. Then, right, wow, okay, so I'm lactose intolerant. First time, right,
oh my
he
God.
came in with carbonara.
No.
And then I look at it, I'm
he
like-
ordered the milkiest, like the creamiest,
Then I
I
was like,
mean, dish.
He ordered one for himself, also he ordered one for me.
Poor
Then I'm like,
thing.
wow, I'm like, hey, bro, you think you can finish 2 portions? Huh? Why? You don't like? Then I'm like, it's not I don't like. I cannot. I cannot. And the fella was like so apologetic. Then never mind.
Oh no.
So that was the first time. The more
Okay,
recent one, right?
okay.
Is that fella came back, salted egg chicken.
Oh no.
Then I'm like, bro, this one. Okay, you're slowly getting there already. You're getting the memo already.
Okay,
Carbonara, salted egg chicken. Next
Okay.
one, maybe like just deep fried chicken, ha cheong gai can already.
So that's the way to your heart.
Yeah.
Knowing your exact order.
Knowing
and
the exact order.
Not ordering anything milk
Yeah.
or cream based. Let's say at home when you're like doing your own little things or cooking for your partner and all that. Has there ever been a moment where like a mishap happened in the kitchen?
I think when I try to cook for my family, right, I always go for the more foolproof dishes.
Okay.
Things that
Sure we know.
sure we know.
Okay.
Everybody will like one
Yeah.
lah. But I think there was this one time that either like salt add too much or pepper add too much.
Okay.
But you think you did your best for people that you love lah, right? And then you serve them something that comes from the heart.
Yeah.
Right? And then they say like, why are you so salty?
Yeah. And I tell you, Asian families don't mince their words, no, I think. They just like straight up say it, right?
Wow, sometimes it hurts when that happens.
I have a even more ridiculous story. So it's nothing to do with me cooking per se. It was actually in regards to what happened leading up to it. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you cook seafood very much, or do you cook like uni pasta, this kind of stuff?
Uni pasta.
Yeah. Have you tried making?
I made pasta lah, but my pasta is like prawn aglio olio.
Okay. I mean, close enough,
Yeah.
right? And then sometimes you just want to fancy it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You put like uni on top, or I don't know, caviar if you're in the mood, right?
Right.
So I remember this so clearly. I had a friend who actually runs like a seafood. She does a bit of a seafood
Right.
business thing. I think it's a family business, and she's trying to promote like uni because it was uni season. So she's like, hey man, like I want to send you a box of uni just to thank you for your friendship. Like go and enjoy
Right.
with your family, right? So I said, okay, cool. So I decided half of it we were going to enjoy like, just on its own. And then I wanted to experiment a little bit with it for like uni pasta.
Right.
So the shipment of this arrived when I wasn't at home. So my boyfriend was at home to accept it. So I said, okay, can you look inside, see whatever needs freezing and what needs refrigeration.
Right.
But this guy put everything into the freezer. So he put the uni in the freezer. All the raw stuff that was meant to eat as sashimi, he put it into the freezer, thinking that he did the right thing. So honestly, he didn't even think that he did anything wrong. He was like, okay, I was told, okay, thanks, like all good, all under control. So I was like, all good, no? I was like, wow, so happy. I went back and I was like ready to make the meal and all. And I was like, where's the stuff? And he goes, in the freezer, like you said. And I was like, not everything's supposed to go in the freezer, only the stuff that says...
Oh no.
If the stuff says to be consumed like as sashimi, you can't
Right.
put it into the freezer and all that. So true enough, when I took it out, I couldn't save the uni anymore. I was trying to like give it CPR, give it everything. It wouldn't work. Boyfriends, husbands, whoever, if you're at home about to accept a shipment of raw stuff or sashimi, please consult the person that put in the order first. He was so scared of me for like a day, but I'm not mad anymore.
Would you have preferred it or in a partner lah?
Yeah.
Right? Would you have preferred if they know how to cook?
Okay, so presently, my current partner knows how to cook. One thing, steak.
Ooh.
That's it. Yeah. So he does a good steak. Everything else, I mean, he knows how to make certain things, but I think he's just so busy that he doesn't have the luxury of time to do that. I don't expect anything out of my partner in terms of like cooking or kitchen or chores. But yeah, when it comes to cooking, I think, once in a blue moon, I get to enjoy the steak. Yeah, but it's really once in a blue moon. Terms. Ramp it up.
And I think like acts of service is one of my biggest love language lah, right? So I would like that. And I think I receive affection by that also.
Yes.
So in any way, right?
Yeah.
I think cooking is just like one part.
Of course, it's one facet, yeah. It's not the whole thing. It's just one component, to Mandon's heart. So then in that case, I mean, before we wrap things up and I let you go very soon, in a relationship, let's just say, would you then hope for your partner to like learn these things from you? Like, be it hacks or be it recipes that you've done before, things that you've cooked before. Would it be nice if you had a partner who would also be keen on doing that?
It would be. I mean, it's like a time that you spend together.
Yeah.
Like there are times that I want to be alone, but there are times that if I have a partner, right, why not do it together? Why not learn it together?
Yeah.
So all these times become memories.
Yeah.
And I think as much as there's space for being alone in the kitchen, right? I think there's also space for another person with a bigger kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that a hint? Like
To get a bigger kitchen at work?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm very sure your bosses are watching at this point. So in conclusion, today I think we've had a lot of takeaways. Haha, pun intended. I dumped out a lot of information today from our show. But I think, it's interesting because that traditional way of seeing things like, the woman has to always be in the kitchen, prepare food and meals. When everyone else comes back home, you just get to sit down and enjoy. I think it has progressed and changed over the years because, a lot of us also have, very big work commitments now, full-time jobs. I don't know, perhaps society has changed as well. So expectations have adjusted too. And I think it's kind of nice to see, the man not minding picking up some of the cooking in the house and also being passionate about it. And clearly we're like two different people also. He's the one that cooks like most of the time and I'm the one ordering in most of the time. time. But seriously, you should try the veggie sub one day. I swear, no regrets. Like the veggie
Seriously?
Subway. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try
Okay.
next week.
Okay,
when
Subway, send it to him. Okay. I stand by my choice of the veggie sub. It's healthy and yummy.
Usually I'll add my own things inside.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know,
Like?
sounds like you want a bit of spice in your sandwich, right?
Okay.
You just like cut some chili padi inside.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
you just eat, and then you don't bite on the chili padi. You just pray that the capsaicin inside there will spice up the entire burger.
That's like 4D, man. Like how do you know that you're not gonna bite into
Try
it?
You're just gonna try. You're
Just
gonna
give
try.
it a
Yeah,
shot.
just give it one shot.
By the way, lots of love to Subway. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. We absolutely will try the veggie sub the next time.
I will try to So why don't you send it one to me lah, right?
Yeah,
and then I can
yeah,
like
yeah.
tag you and tag like subs like yo.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and show how you
A live
chop
reaction.
up your chili padi and put it in
Then
the
put it
sub as well. Oh no. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I really appreciate it, especially with the cooking hacks. I think we need a full-on other podcast just on cooking hacks alone, right?
Sure.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode as well, and perhaps it made you hungry. And if you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
And also do share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below.
See you next time.
Bye.